On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon fighting him off. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Mark Barron coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Orange, orange, orange. Jester. Shell.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Orange.
On 1st down, gone. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Listen.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
DC.
From the 50, it's gone. He gets it to Gurley, complete. 20. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, 50 yards. And the Rams are in for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
His throw incomplete. Allow me to sidestep for a second after that incompletion, CD. Let's talk about the rookie quarterbacks, because just last week we were talking about them going 0-4. But this past weekend, 4-0 for the rookie QBs.
Remember that seesaw we used to jump on when we were kids? You're up, you're down. Well, this week, they are way up. Sam Darnold and the Jets take out the Broncos. Baker Mayfield and his Browns in overtime. The fierce Ravens pass rush is foiled. And how about Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking the measure of the Tennessee Titans, who are off to a 3-1 start? And Josh Rosen, his 2nd start in the NFL, he takes out the 49ers with help from his Cardinals teammates. That's the first time in the Super Bowl era that we've had rookie quarterbacks go 4-0 on a weekend. And somewhere in Baltimore, Lamar Jackson's wanting to know when he's going to get his opportunity.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Go, 12, go.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Here we go.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
4 now.
To throw is gone. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a...
He rifles one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams add on to their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, right now we are 5 weeks into the NFL season. Charles, switching gears here. 2 undefeated teams, the Rams and the Chiefs, both at 5-0.
And who's going to end up being the first to lose? That becomes the game now, doesn't it? Because I know the 1972 Miami Dolphins team is waiting for both of them to lose so they can pop their champagne. But who's it going to be? The Chiefs' upcoming schedule? They're at New England, home against Cincinnati, home against Denver. How about for the Rams? 3 of their next 4 on the road. At Denver, at San Francisco, home against the Packers, at the New Orleans Saints. Care to make a prediction?
Well, I obviously Chiefs at the Patriots, that could be one. But the Rams 3 of the next 4 on the road. I'm going to say, though, the Chiefs drop one to New England. How about you?
I'm going to say that they're actually going to drop it at home against Cincinnati. That's my big upset.
Lucy.
Again, they'll throw with Bortles. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cole. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Bortles now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And some room to work. The 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now out come the Jags. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check. Green 80. Lucy.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Bortles. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Omaha. Green 80.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
That's 39, Lucy. Hank. Lucy. That's 54, Ricky.
Shotgun now for Bortles. He sets to fire deep. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Josh Lambo now for the point after. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And spins away. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And the Rams getting set to go now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
While we have a second on that incompletion, we got to talk about Linval Joseph.
Yes,
64-yard interception return for a touchdown, and then you saw him on the sideline with the glasses and the oxygen mask after.
Yeah, when you're talking about lugging not just a football, but probably about 350 pounds down the sideline and scoring. But how about the contrast? Marcus May, the defensive back for the New York Jets, he gets a pick in the end zone, brings it all the way back, wins the last play of the game. And Cortland Sutton, the rookie out of SMU for Denver, knocks him out of bounds before he can score. 104 yards and no touchdown. Linval Joseph at least got the touchdown to earn the oxygen and the shade.
Well, when he was going down the field, he was in Philly. I was in Atlanta. My couch was shaking. No question. 10 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Obama. Obama. 180.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against.
Junkyard. Okay, good looking on me.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Woods. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Wide open receiver complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Another carry now for Gurley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Back now in Los Angeles. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Like 20. Hey, lift. 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 Lift.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to 4th down. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
All right, it's all right. Lucy.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Michael Brockers in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Bortles. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Bortles going to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw, it's Bortles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jaguars get a score closer. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, 68 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Santos with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Bortles now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Orange, 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 orange. Super 1. Super 1. Xerox, Xerox.
Gurley again here on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
76, tell him. 76. 76. Come this way, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Throwing now, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Hank. 11.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Wide open receiver complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Bortles. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Has several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time, and it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sam Shields. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Super 60.
On the counter, Gurley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Run the ball after it.
They go play action here on first down. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Ran, up. 18.
Again on second and 10, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Sit up. 18.
Trubisky will throw. Buying time to his left. Finding Gabriel complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Lock in.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll get this down only to the 18. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. What a spin. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A stop there on third. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
We go. You see it? You see it? Hey, gotta go.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? This is Cohen. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Gurley. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a give running left for Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Throwing on third, Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and that'll bring up second down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now it's Gurley. And he's got room. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, lift!
Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Goff now looking to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. Unable to corral him. He finds Brandon Cooks. 20, 10, from touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got...
Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Rams have got it back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Gurley, handoff left. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
DC.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, Trubisky steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bryce Hager in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it.
You see it? You see it?
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
On second down, here's Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
From the gun on third down, Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And now running right through it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
The good old toss play. And this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
Hurry!
On second down, here's Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. And some room to maneuver. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, they run with Howard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Lock in. Move.
Trubisky with the give to Howard. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Off the toss, Cohen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right, get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, it's Trubisky. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break.
As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Here's Goff now on second down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Now that play. Will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's Trubisky. Pass incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They pitch out to Howard. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Gotta go. Move.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, gotta go.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Again, it's Trubisky. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Goff. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
2nd and 10. Goff again. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Hey, 76.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Black 20. Go, 12, go.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return, then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in.
And he loses the football a second time. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now they'll run it with Cullen. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On second down, Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he'll go down at the 28. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Running with Howard. just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
He's going to get it running right. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. He'll get it up the middle. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. This is Cohen on the toss. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now it's gone. That'll be caught by Cup. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Goff now looking to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. The tackle there by Mark Barron. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Here's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Michael Brockers. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Move. Red up. Red up. 18.
Trubisky to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Howard, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So here's the former Pro Bowler, Cody Parkey, in field goal formation. He's made one and he's missed one thus far. This for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave this stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here, but they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
Oh, they don't care. He's a man of the people right now. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that